When I returned home from my business trip, my family told me my wife left me forever. But that night I heard screaming coming from our basement. What I found down there didn't just change my life. It exposed secrets that had been hiding in my home for years. I wasn't supposed to come home early. My trip to Dallas ended sooner than expected. And I didn't text Anna because I wanted to surprise her. We used to do that sometimes, little surprises that reminded us of who we were. Before life got complicated, I walked into the house expecting the smell of her cooking, the faint country music she loved playing in the kitchen, her soft hum mixed into it. But instead, the house looked frozen. No lights on, no warmth, no sign of life. The hallway felt colder than usual. I called out, "Anna!" No answer. I tried again, louder this time. Still nothing. I hadn't even put my suitcase down when Caleb and Mia appeared at the top of the stairs. They didn't gasp in surprise. They didn't shout, "Dad," and run down to hug me. They just stared, like I wasn't supposed to walk through that door. Caleb was the first to speak. "Dad, Mom's gone." I blinked. Gone? Gone where? Mia crossed her arms, jaw tight. "She left. She left you. She left us. She's not coming back." It felt like they rehearsed it. Same tone, same pace, same expressionless eyes. I finally put my suitcase down. "What are you talking about?" "What happened?" Caleb shifted nervously, avoiding my eyes. "She said she was tired, Dad, that she wanted out. She packed a bag and left." I scanned the room. Nothing looked touched. Anna was neat, but not this neat. She left trails everywhere. The coffee mug she forgot to rinse. Her favorite throw blanket half on the couch. Her keys hooked on the wrong hanger. Not this time. Everything was too perfect. Something screamed lie. Still, I played along. "Did she text me?" "Call me? Leave a note?" Mia shrugged too quickly. "She didn't want to talk to you. She said you'd try to stop her." My throat tightened. Anna would never say that. Never. I walked into the living room. The house felt staged, like someone tried to recreate normal and failed miserably. I opened the hall closet. Anna's light blue suitcase, the one she always used, was still there. "Which bag did she pack?" I asked. Caleb faltered. The brown one." "We don't have a brown one," I said quietly. That's when Mia snapped, "Why are you grilling us?" "She left, accept it!" She stormed off to her room and slammed the door. Caleb sighed dramatically and followed her. I stood there in the middle of my living room, surrounded by familiar things that suddenly felt wrong. Too quiet, too still, too clean. Something terrible had happened. That much I knew. I checked Anna's phone location. Last ping, our house, hours ago. Then the device went offline. Not a good sign. I texted her, no reply. Called her. Straight to voicemail. I walked into the kitchen when something caught my eye. The trash bin. The bag was empty. Except for one thing, a torn piece of duct tape. My heart skipped. Duct tape? Anna would never use duct tape. She always used packing tape. She hated duct tape because it left residue. So why was duct tape in our bin? I stared at it for a full minute, feeling my pulse thumping in my ears. Then the house fell silent again. The kind of silence that suffocates you. I tried to sleep that night, but my mind raced through every possibility. Around midnight, my eyes finally closed. And then I heard it. A muffled cry. I sat straight up, thinking it was a dream. Then came another one. Louder. Clearer. Desperate. A scream. From the basement. My blood turned cold. The kids' rooms were upstairs. Anna wasn't home, supposedly. No neighbors lived close enough for a sound to travel through the walls. Someone was in my basement. Someone was screaming. I got out of bed quietly, stepping lightly so the floorboards didn't creak. The hallway light flickered when I turned it on, making the moment even more surreal. The basement door was locked. We never locked it, not once in 12 years. The key was missing from the hook. Another scream. A woman's voice. A voice I knew. Anna. I didn't think. I sprinted to the bookshelf, reached up, and grabbed the spare key taped to the top. My hand shook so badly I almost dropped it. I unlocked the door and rushed down the stairs. The basement was dark except for one dim light bulb hanging from a wire. It swung slightly like someone had brushed against it earlier. And then I saw her. Anna, tied to a chair, hands bruised, feet bound, tape across her mouth, tears streaming down her face. She looked at me like I was her last hope. Her eyes were sunken, terrified, begging. I ripped the tape off. Who did this? Anna, what happened? She coughed, her voice hoarse. Don't trust them. She pointed behind me with trembling fingers. I turned around. Caleb and Mia were standing on the stairs. Caleb gripping a bat, Mia clutching the basement key. But their faces, they were blank, emotionless, dead behind the eyes, like strangers wearing my children's skin. Mia tilted her head. Dad, you weren't supposed to see this. Caleb tightened his grip. You ruined everything. My voice cracked. You did this? To your mother? Caleb stepped forward. She forced our hand. She was going to destroy us, Mia spat. Anna shook her head violently. No. What did she do? I yelled. Mia screamed. She was going to sell the house. Leave us with nothing! We found her papers. Anna whispered. I was paying their debts. I stared at her. Debts? What debts? Caleb looked away. Mia tensed. Anna started sobbing. They were stealing, gambling, using drugs. They drained our accounts, and when I found out, they panicked. I wanted to get them help, not punish them. Mia's voice cracked with rage. You were going to turn us in! Caleb yelled. You were going to ruin our lives! Anna cried. I was trying to save you. Their world had collapsed into delusion. I stepped forward. Kids, listen. You're scared. But this isn't the way. Caleb swung first. If I hadn't ducked, he would have broken my skull. I shoved him against the wall. Mia ran toward Anna. Anna screamed. I grabbed Mia and dragged her back. They fought like animals, clawing, kicking, biting, not like children, like people fighting for their own twisted truth. I wrestled the bat out of Caleb's hands and threw it behind me. When they saw the bat leave my hands, something in them changed. They realized they were losing control. Mia hissed like something feral. You chose her. Caleb roared. You betrayed us. They rushed me again, but I held them off until they ran out of breath, collapsing in tears, screaming and cursing. By dawn, flashing lights filled our driveway. My children, my babies, were handcuffed and taken away. Caleb shouted, She lied. Mia sobbed. We were trying to protect you. We were doing this for us. But I stood there frozen, numb, broken. Anna, with her wrist bandaged, whispered, They'll get help, right? I hope so, I said. But even I didn't believe it. The next week was the quietest week of my life. The house felt haunted, not by ghosts, but by memories of who my children used to be. Before the addictions, before the debts, before the lies, Anna and I slept with the bedroom door locked. Not because we were afraid anymore, but because the silence felt louder than the screams. Some nights we sit at the kitchen table without speaking. The clock ticks. The fridge hums. And sometimes, in the middle of the night, I still hear it, that first scream, the scream that told me something was terribly wrong in my house, the scream that tore my family apart, the scream that saved Anna's life. What I found in that basement didn't just change everything. It changed everyone.